accumulation by tradition. Both science and religion build up knowledge in the form of useful models by a complex process of distillation over a long period of time, involving many people, most of which never meet each other. They are team efforts, where the team is highly distributed in both space and especially time. Quantum mechanics did not repeal classical mechanics. It's still broadly used for majority of engineering applications day to day. Classical physics is like an Old Testament. It's still considered part of Holy Scripture, even if the quantum gospels came after and added some new models and stories. Newton said he could see further because he stood on the shoulders of giants. Then he also became a giant on whose shoulders others stood to see even further. So it is with Moses and John the Baptist, Jesus, Paul, and so on. Jesus even explicitly said so in Matthew 19. They build by accumulation and distillation. This is why there are different religions which disagree. Their accumulation pools are different. An accumulation pool is basically the space of empirical experiences which are concentrated and distilled into the stories of a religion or the models of a branch of science. For example, magnetism was known since antiquity and accumulated experimental insights in the early modern period due to the importance of the compass for navigation. Independently, the knowledge of electricity was the result of accumulated observations like lightning, electrostatic attraction of amber, and shocks generated by electric fish. Also independently, optics encapsulated a massive accumulation of experimental knowledge of reflection, refraction, and diffraction over many centuries. Electricity, magnetism, and optics are like three independent religions from three different parts of the world, which never had contact with each other. But in the 19th century, new kinds of experiments started to show that there are different aspects of the same phenomenon. Electromagnetism was formalized in the 1860s by the great Scottish physicist James Clerk Maxwell. Electromagnetism draws on the combined empirical accumulation pools of magnetism, electricity, and optics. In the same way, Mesopotamian civilization can be seen as a set of experiments on family, social, legal, political, and economic structures whose results were encapsulated in the Mesopotamian religion. Same in Egyptian, Greek, and Judaic civilizations. And then Jesus and his followers were the Maxwell, which encapsulated the results of the combined accumulation pools into the Christian religion. Similar processes can be seen in other areas, like Indian or Chinese civilizations. Increased complexity and sophistication goes together with unification. So, how do these accumulations and distillations actually happen? They obviously don't just fall from the sky. There's a lot of people involved, working together in communities and communion.